That's a cool shirt.
Thank you. Como foi reinventar Star Wars para fazer com que novas gerações gostassem e se apaixonassem pela história?
Well, at first it was an honor to be asked to be involved. Then it was terrifying, the prospect of doing it. And ultimately it felt really gratifying to continue this story that I love so much, that so many love. And to do it with such an incredible cast and such an amazing crew. And as exciting as all it was to do that, to get to do Rise of Skywalker and finish that trilogy, and in fact the 3 trilogies, was hugely challenging and incredibly gratifying.
E como é desenvolver uma história que encerra uma saga, mas também acaba sendo uma peça que se encaixa num quebra-cabeça gigante, visto que o universo expandido de Star Wars é enorme.
That was part of the challenge, was how do you bring this story to a close, and how do you do it in a way that feels connected, but also, you know, alive on its own, where it has its own heart and its own sort of delight, and that was really the thing that from the beginning was what I knew was going to be difficult, and if we could do it, incredibly satisfying.
A gente pode dizer que Palpatine é o maior e mais poderoso vilão da saga de Star Wars, até mais do que Darth Vader?
Darth Vader had a boss, and Darth Vader ultimately went to the light and defeated Palpatine in that moment. So Palpatine never had a moment where he showed compassion, where he turned. So, you know, although defeated in the moment in Return of the Jedi, he was still the bad guy. So I don't think, you know, he ever showed the kind of humanity that Anakin returned to. So he always seems to have been the bad guy in this saga.
E tem algum filme, livro ou música, alguma coisa cultural que tenha te inspirado a fazer The Rise of Skywalker?
This is the last chapter in this 9-picture series. So obviously the 8 prior films were sort of the real inspiration, but then separately it's everything that I love, you know, all the movies, all the books, all the music I've loved. You know, much of the time writing the movie was spent listening to music, a lot of it from John Williams, but not necessarily from Star Wars movies. The feeling of the movie, you know, there were a number of different films that we watched along the way, to put us in the mood, to remind us of certain kind of sequences. But the truth is that this was something that, I guess because I'd worked on Force Awakens, it was kind of, we'd been discussing for a long time. So the feeling that I had for what I wanted this to be like didn't really, it didn't really feel separated from the prior films. It felt very much a continuum. Thank you.
No one's ever really gone.